I'm recording this video to outline my plan to become effective in 45 days. Lent starts tomorrow. Tomorrow is Ash Wednesday, and this is where my journey is going to begin. And my journey is going to finish up on April 20th, Easter. Lent is my New Year's resolution. I've always found that I've had the most growth by really practicing what Lent is. It's either giving something up or giving some things up and taking on some things. So giving up some things that maybe you feel pleasurable in the moment when you have, but they're not really contributing to your long-term happiness. And taking on things that, maybe are important, but they're not exactly fun to initially do. And so throughout this process, you become just stronger. And at the end, you really develop positive habits. My goal is to become more happier, to effectively use my time properly. I don't want to have days, and this is what's happening to me right now. I have days when I don't have any work that day. My schedule is inconsistent and I'd have it no other way. But there's some days when if I don't have any work to do, I'll just lay in my bed for 3 hours scrolling on my phone. And I don't even get in the shower until noontime. I want to end things like that. I wanted to really learn some new knowledge. I'm only 26 years old, but I'm getting older, and I wanted to really learn, how can I cook? What's some healthy foods I can cook? How can I develop, a good workout routine? I want my body functioning as well as it does now into my 40s. And the only way you can really do that is to start these positive habits now. So here's how I hope to achieve effectiveness in 45 days. I want to start every morning praying to God. Just briefly, 5 to 10 minutes. But I think first and foremost, the most important thing to me is a relationship with God. Because He's what gives me my creativity, imagination, inspiration. Everything comes through Him. So when I have a strong relationship with Him, it makes all the other things so much easier. And so after my prayer, I want to read this personal mission statement I've written. Each morning I want to read it. And it's basically a personal mission statement is what you stand for, what your values are. It's your constitution. So I want to read that every morning. And then, I want to just get out of bed right away, have breakfast, do a workout, and take a shower. I want to be all set and all ready to go by 9 a.m. 9 a.m. at the latest. And so my days are different, like I mentioned before. Some days I work, some days I don't. So if I work, I go off to work. It's pretty self-explanatory with how that day will be going. But on the days where I don't have work, I really want to plan it out to do things that are going to help me gain knowledge. And I think the biggest thing I can do is read. I hate reading. I just hate it. My mind goes a million miles a minute. So to actually sit down and concentrate on reading is hard. It is hard. But I know it's really going to help me. And so I've been reading this book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I started it the middle of December, and it's the beginning of March, and I'm only halfway done with it. And so far, the first half I read in the book just has so much improved, helped my life. So I really want to finish reading this book in these next 45 days. And so, if I'm not doing things like reading, I don't, even in that free time. So after I finish reading, I don't want to just scroll on my phone because it it can just be destructive to me. I can say I'm going to use it for 10 minutes, it turns into 2 hours. So, if I'm not learning, maybe I'm out, enjoying nature, getting just some fresh air, like that's good for you. But if I'm not doing that, I need to make sure my house is clean. It's just a clean house makes me so much more happier. And each and every day when I have free time, I need to learn to just love to clean. I need to learn to love cleaning because it sure puts me in a good mood when I have a clean house. And so this is basically it. It's pretty simple what I want to do. I'm just laying out the important things I want to achieve throughout these 45 days. I don't want to go crazy and list dozens of things I'm going to do because I'm not going to accomplish it. It's just improving a little each day because it's going to add up. So I think these are very doable goals I have. And so at the end of each day, I want to conclude a day with a prayer. And I want to kind of plan out how tomorrow is going to go. I just want like a general idea of things I hope to accomplish. But the big part of planning for me is going to come weekly. At the end of each week, I want to plan out the important things I need done that week. And so I'm going to list these things out. And I'm not going to overflow my schedule. I'm not going to plan out second by second. But I'm going to list out a plan and stick by it. And I just think these simple things, while they seem small, they'll have a big impact with my life. So I hope to make a video. This will probably be the Tuesday after Easter, so April 22nd. I hope to make a video detailing my experience over these coming 45 days, and I hope to make that video saying I'm an effective person now. So thanks for listening, and I'll be posting next week.